Who's ready for deer camp? Finally heading out to camp. It's November 14th. I think we have arrived. But first, that's better. Time to go. Let's hit the woods. Don't forget your magazine. Heading out of camp, 6 o'clock. Gives us just about an hour to get ready for opening light. It's a full moon. The rain has subsided. Let's get in there. Opening morning. Haven't seen or heard much yet. Really quiet out here. There's hardly any wind at all. It's 10:30. We're rolling out of here. I need to do a little bit of work on my chair. There's a shot right there. Well, evening sit opening day. Kind of wasn't feeling real good about the spot. Pulled the camera. I noticed the does were looking at the camera all the time, and that drives me nuts when I think that those cameras are irritating them. And I pulled it, and there was a nice 6-point in there a half hour before I was. So I just hope he swings back in tonight, or maybe tomorrow morning. Let's go, baby. Fix the chair. The chair is money. It is nice. Got some blue Kool-Aid. Go Lions. Hey, baby, we're doing so good. Almost took a full day, but we got our first buck. I later found that that big buck I was chasing in here was often in right behind this little spike horn. Makes you wonder what he's looking at back there. It's getting a little grainy, but it's not from the camera. This is just about last light. Otherwise, this would be a lot better footage. Well, that wraps up the first day. Had a yearling in there for the last half hour. Must have ate every bit of my bait. No deer around him, so we're gonna head back, see how the guys did. But nice to see some deer, or one at least. We're coming now. No deer went down yesterday. Let's give today a shot. See you in the woods. Nothing this morning. Seemed like a nice morning. The sun came up. It's beautiful out here. Just made it out for the afternoon sit. Brought a little bit more bait out. Hung my camera back up. I just moved her way further back. Took it down because I didn't want it to spook them, but then I got stingy and wanted pictures. Another one of these weird, mild, warm seasons. I mean, I'm in my undershirt and my vest. I have my boots off currently. It's like 53 degrees, I think it was when I left. Sun was shining. It's finally starting to cool off, but it got hot. End of the second day. No deer seen today. By me anyway. We are just stuck in this wet, 40-degree, kind of just blah, warm spell. And it's looking like the same thing for the next 4 or 5 days. Just warm, wet, and sucky. Got my Killer Merino on. Got Sunday Red. We'll see if that little bougie luck helps. What else? Gonna stay positive. Brought some snacks. Didn't even eat breakfast. Gonna let my digestive tract settle down a little bit. Whew. We've been hitting her pretty hard on the food, so. Well, it's 9 o'clock Sunday morning, third day. Not much has changed since the truck. I guess I'm seeing deer, so almost just needs to grow a couple antlers. We'll be there. Well, it's the morning. Pretty slow, and then the action right before we left, it was about 10 a.m. We're gonna go get some lunch. We didn't have much of a breakfast. Check another spot, head on in, and sit down and watch for deer. See you back at camp. I'm like, you know what? Go back, get a couple bites to eat, go ripping out. Went and checked one of my cameras. Looks good. We're gonna check it in the blind. There's tracks right in front of it, so God, I hope there's something on there. Rehung it on a big old scrape that I found on the way out to get to that camera. And then I went and checked our final spot that we were looking at this week, and it is really thick. And I had just gotten to the edge of this big marsh, and I looked over and said, oh, that's a really fresh looking rub. And then I looked to my right, and a buck gets up 15 feet from me. Wind right in my face, just slinking along. I don't know what it was. All I seen was the tail get up and take a couple bounds, but man, I got so close to that deer before he booked her. He was bedded just perfect, back to the marsh, wind at his back, looking out at the little flat, cedar flat in front of him. So let's get in there. We'll check that car and maybe get a bite to eat and get settled in. There's movement today. Lots of movement today. But ciao. It's getting pretty dark and grainy at this point, but kind of neat. A grouse walks right in between me and the deer and flushes up. Got it on video somehow. Gonna be a nice day today. Monday morning, time to go to work. It's locked. Let's go hunting, brother. This is the first time I had a little north wind, and it certainly appears like this little guy can smell something fishy. But I think he likes what he's doing just a little bit more than he cares. There's a difference between him and the big guys. Hey, you dropped something there, bud. My goodness, the action just continues. Same thing, just had a weird feeling to sit a little bit longer this morning. And sure enough, a spike came wandering in at like 10:40, 10:45. Man, everything but something legal. So we're gonna go and have some breakfast. Come on out and find something with 3 on one side. Too nice of a day not to stop and check a marsh or two. That's it for the sunshine and the deer. Change of weather the next day. It's wet. Rainy. But when the weather turns wet, I like to find a couple new spots to stomp around. This was one of them. Found a couple scrapes, found a couple rubs. No deer though. Cool looking spot. It's almost prime time. We had that spike order come in at 3:30, and it sounded like John shot at 3. I think he did. We'll find out. I'm gonna leave straight home from here, so I'm only gonna have to find out my phone, which kind of sucks. But then at 3:30 I had that spike, so it's kind of bucky out here, but it is miserable and rainy. We'll check back in later. Got some white stuff. We're pretty high in elevation, so I don't know if it'll stick.
Gotta love a little rain cover. Big Mama got to about 15-20 yards there before she didn't like what was going on. Well, that was an interesting morning. Got in a little bit late, but I figured it'd be super dark in here because it was so rainy and sleet. We had about 1 inch of snow on the ground at the camp, but we're a little bit higher in elevation. Down here at our blinds, we only had a little skiff, but it was enough to see. I don't want a fawn come in right at first light. I have yet to have that happen to me this year, so that was pretty cool. They were in there for the entire hour of 7 o'clock. They left until 8, just watching deer all morning. So then they finally leave. The sun actually starts to come out a little bit. And then sure enough, another one comes in. I thought it was the doe again. It was that 4 or 5 inch spike horn again. He stayed in for about 20 minutes. It seems like a really awesome day. There is no wind other than the drips from the trees. It is dead calm. I went and pulled the cards. We'll see what's on them. Last time it was just everything I was seeing in the blind and nothing really otherwise. So we're going to try to make it out of this road. It is a mud pit. These trails are wet and muddy. Set off the dang airbag lights and brake control lights, warning lights in my truck. Thought I got in an accident just going down the 2-track, but we're going to head out of here and see if anybody got anything. Well, a couple updates. We went back and checked the camera. Had a nice buck in there at 4:30 in the morning, right before all those deer came in to the blind this morning. And then, of course, yesterday, I decided to work for 1 day out of the week. I've set for 5 days straight. On the 6th day, he was in there at 2:30 for 20 minutes. Nice buck. We'll put some pictures in there. Nothing this morning. This north wind did not help. Got gar hold this morning. Didn't see a single thing. You can hear the wind though. We got some northern wind. We got some spots that we need to check the trail cams that are on a north wind, so let's get in and get that done. Got the timer just right. No big deal. I know it's not the most exciting thing to look at spike horns all day, but I did feel like it was pretty decent footage. Here we go, day before Thanksgiving. Getting to look a lot like late season. Opening lights 7:15. Let's head on in and get ready for daybreak. Sure is nice out here. About the second, third week when no one's here to bug you. Well, for the evening sit, figured I'd try the back corner of our new camp. Had some beautiful scenery with the snow coming down, but unfortunately, no shooters. All right, so here's the deal. There's 2 days left of season, regular firearm season, including today. So we really got to make it happen. I've been playing cat and mouse with this friggin' 8-point back in here for 2 weeks now. He came out the only day I decided to work, on the 20th, in broad daylight at 2:30 in the afternoon. And now he's been in there 3 times, either before morning light or after last light, fighting with the spike horn that I see in there almost every time I sit. Will this cold and snow drive him out? I don't know. But we're gonna try. So last hurrah, 2 days. It's snowy, it's cold, and it's gonna get colder, and it's gonna get snowier. We got a ton of lake effect snow coming today and tomorrow. Don't know what it'll bring, but hopefully a couple bucks. See you in there. One of our guys seen a 4-point this morning. Just a little 1.5-year-old. So no one did anything. We got big bucks coming in at night and none in the day. They got us patterned pretty good, but usually by the last day of season they will. So we're gonna give it one more shot, then call that a regular firearm. Get the struggle sticks back out, maybe a muzzle loader or two in a week, and give her a shot. Wish us luck. See you in the woods. Well, you can look at this a few ways. I guess I'm silent enough coming in and out of the blind. Unfortunately, this is what happens when you go in just a smidge too late and you get there and there's already deer. Luckily, this was just that little spike horn. Again, had it been a legal deer, would have been a different story. ...2024 regular firearm season. Checking out, brother. See you next year in the woods, or next week for muzzleloader season. Everybody's getting back.
Good evening, kid.